So I only learned about this one last night.
Oh,
It's the rumor that Olivia Munn might be pregnant, and we're
yeah.
assuming it's John Mulaney's, and this might have been the reason for the divorce, or that's happened very quickly. But chances are,
I don't. So I have seen this rumored too.
yeah, it's a
Um,
rumor. This is
and
all alleged.
I think it came from, or the one I saw was like these girls on TikToks, which I'm very sorry I can't link them, because I can't remember their name, who said that they were kind of on the comedy scene in New York and they knew other people on the comedy scene in New York and they knew about this.
Mhm.
So that's the evidence.
Yeah,
But where there's smoke, there's a fire could be true. There's also,
true.
I think, some small rumor that the Olivia that Harry Styles is with, who I'm blanking on her second name, which is probably very sexist, might also be pregnant. But I doubt that. But that is also
It's
rumored.
just the season of Olivia's being
Olivia's.
pregnant. If your name's
Yeah.
Olivia, maybe check.
Yeah. I don't know any Olivias, so
No, me neither.
no, we're
To be fair,
safe.
Olivia
Um,
Rodrigo, but she's a
she's a
child.
baby. She,
Yeah.
I mean, if she is pregnant, we'll help you out, but we don't advise it. Enjoy your success. She's still on the High School Musical TV show. I think it would be a bit of a shock if she came back for the next season. She's like, Pregos. But
No.
Jamie Lynn Spears did it and ruined Zoe 101. I can't really say that a child's like, well, moving on.
For another day, another podcast for another day.
She was 16, which when
Oh,
I was a child seemed so old, and I was like, yep, 16-year-olds
yeah,
get pregnant, and now looking back, I'm like, that was a baby.
like beyond baby. I think
Yeah,
19-year-olds are babies.
exactly. Okay, well,
Um,
next.
Next on the list, this I think I probably saw it circulating on TikTok at the same time as you, the
Yeah,
beginning of the week. Uh, Ellie Kemper of
yeah,
and it's topical as again every time we bring up a topic that seems like it falls out of
yeah.
nowhere, comes back around. So Ellie Kemper is also Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah, and I think the reason that we kind of have to bring this up is in fact we have in 2 episodes, I think, kind of talked about Ellie Kemper and praised her to some
Mm,
extent. And so it seems strange if we did not bring up this thing.
exactly. Yeah, she was crowned
Yeah.
the Queen of the Veiled Prophet, I
Yeah,
think was
I
the
think
name.
the event or the cult, it's not cult, but is the veiled prophet. She
It's
was
a
like the queen
pageantry.
of love and beauty or something like that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like the highest beauty standard,
Yeah.
and in St. Louis, which is where she's from,
Yeah.
was it's run by the KKK, so she's a
Yeah.
KKK queen.
Yeah.
And it's on her Wikipedia, and don't know why I've never heard of this
I don't
before.
think it, to be fair, I don't think it was on her Wikipedia. I
Oh,
think
okay,
someone had seen it and edited the Wikipedia.
okay,
And then maybe it's been removed now. I don't know.
probably.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of varying different views on it, and a lot of people being like, but Ellie Kemper's not the main problem, and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, she was 19 when this happened,
Yeah.
and she was at like, I think she was at Stanford University, so bright girl, bright
Yeah.
enough to think, because I don't, it's not a cult, whatever you would call it, organization, um, was set up by like Confederates, I believe.
Oh, the
And it's
KKK.
yeah, essentially, but like
Yeah.
it's being used to like was set up with the intention of making rich people richer, as far as
Yeah.
I understand, which is what Ellie Kemper's family are. They're very rich, influential
Yeah.
people in that area, maybe wider. And there's a very cool article about these two women, I think in the 70s, who went and like unveiled the prophet. They
Ooh.
like one of them distracts everyone. The other one zip lines down. I kid you not, zip lines down to where the veiled prophet is and unveils him. And it like
Oh my
turned out he's yeah.
God.
I'll link the article if I can. Very cool people, and they had some thoughts about Ellie Kemper and whether she should speak out. And I definitely think she
That's
should at least
amazing.
address it because
Yeah.
if she doesn't address it, like how do we
That
know
makes it
that she like
worse.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, and I'm not saying that I'm the one who should be forgiving her in any way, but at least if we knew that she said, yeah, it was a big mistake and I no longer, like, that was how I grew up. I was kind of indoctrinated into this sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's different.
But if she doesn't say anything, I guess we never know if she's okay with that
It makes, I
organization
think,
continuing.
yeah, with like the silence of it
Yeah.
becomes complicity. So,
And I don't want like a PR style, like, I
no.
am sorry, I was a teenager. I don't want that, but it needs to be addressed. It's
Yeah, she said
very severe.
it's circulated a lot by now. Maybe she's gonna hope it blows over, but I don't think
I don't
it
think it
will.
will. Like, I feel like any role that she takes from now on, everyone's gonna go, "Oh yeah, remember that time that
She
yeah,
was the queen of the KKK, even though she wasn't, but
literally."
like
Yeah,
affiliated.
essentially, yeah, she was affiliated, which is good.
And then my final one is something I saw on TikTok yesterday that has been widely mocked. So I don't know why my TikTok I mean, I think it knows, but it always shows me videos that people get really pissed off to. So they
Yeah,
stitch a lot. So it always shows me like the
I
duets
get
with that.
something.
So I never actually get the original video that pisses people off. Grimes has a TikTok account, which we have
Yeah,
spoken about before, with the alien back tattoo stuff,
yeah,
and has done this viral thing to piss people off, where she's like, the thing about communism is AI could actually be really helpful, and she's got this like weird speech pattern that sounds a bit like
yeah.
Ben Shapiro, Joe Rogan-y. I felt like it felt like that kind of like
It's Elon's influence.
yeah, that's what it felt like. And then at the end, she says, because collective farming is not a vibe.
Enforced
Um,
farming is really not a vibe.
not a
The
vibe.
first thing I saw about this, it was like, like earlier in the week, um, I had seen an article saying Grimes admits she does not understand communism or something like that. That was the first thing I saw, and I was like, well, and then I read it, and I hadn't seen the TikTok until Holly sent it to me, but I was aware that it was going around, and I was like, I don't want to see it
Yeah.
because. And also, I will try and link this TikTok below. I saw a TikTok earlier today, by someone who was saying Grimes did that TikTok, went viral, right? Couple of TikToks after, maybe the next one, not sure. Elon is in the background
Yeah.
saying something about stocks,
Bitcoin. He's
Bitcoin.
going, yo, did you see Bitcoin?
Yeah,
Like, but did you buy Bitcoin today? And then she looks
exactly.
over. Yes, I've seen this. It's an incredible theory.
And so the theory is that like he is using her on TikTok to kind of test the waters
Hmm.
of whether he should be on TikTok doing kind of what he's doing on Twitter, which is not what I think any
Playing the
of us
stock
would want. I
market.
mean, yeah, what he's doing is just like wrong in so many ways.
Yeah.
Um, but oh, I don't know. I also the Grimes thing just purely reminded me of a, ages ago when we'd done TikToks of the week, and Holly had one that was like, Grimes is Marie Antoinette.
Yeah.
This had pure Marie Antoinette vibes. It's like
Yeah.
we're the wealthiest people in the world, and I'm looking at all you talking about communism. Here's my solution, and just fully not understanding it at all.
Yeah.
And literally, she only wants like I think in her head she was envisioning like everyone would be as wealthy as her and Elon, and
Hmm.
AI would save everything. Um, but like, no one should have that amount of wealth ever.
No. No.
No. Oh, I don't know. It just upsets me every time I think about it, and I'm like, ugh, you traitor, Grimes. Okay, so this one, there's, I don't know, every so often when I'm on Twitter, there'll be a film that casts like so many celebrities, and it's like every day a new celebrity is getting cast in this film.
Okay.
So the most recent one to do this is a new film set to be directed by David O Russel, and lots of celebrities have signed on. I was seeing it like so often, a new person signing on to this film. Celebrities such as Taylor Swift for one, and then Anya Taylor-Johnson, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, Christian Bale, Zoe Saldana, and Chris Rock. So like a great cast of
Yeah.
people, definitely going to roll in the views, and I'm sure it'll be good. David O. Russell is known for like Silver Linings Playbook, American Hustle, stuff like that. So like
Okay.
big name, you would if you're in that film, you might be thinking, oh, we're getting some Oscar buzz already. Um,
Absolutely.
and great, fabulous, love it. Except David O. Russell is just notoriously a horrible person. And I'm just surprised at some of these people joining the film. So if you don't know, the worst thing he's probably done, he's done a lot of terrible things, is sexually assaulting his transgender niece.
Oh my
Um,
God.
which you might be thinking, oh, Hannah, speculation though. No, no, he's confirmed it. He
Oh
confirmed that
my
that happened
God.
and justified it to the police by saying his niece was acting provocative towards him and he was curious about her breast enhancements.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so that's been admitted. And then I don't know if you remember, but years back when the Sony emails leaked, executives, like big executives, were talking about this in there, and they were like, "Oh, I don't think we should work with him again because like he is terrible,
You
and this
think?
stuff with his niece, you know."
Yeah.
So there's that, and then there's also the fact that he's just famously abusive on sets. For one, during the filming of American Hustle, he was so abusive to Amy Adams that I've seen reports that she just cried every day.
Oh my
Um,
God.
and so much so that Christian Bale ended up, it says that he got in his face and told him to stop acting like an asshole, and yet fully fine to join this
Do it
film, aren't you,
again. Yeah.
Christian? Despite the fact that this man just shouted at
Mm.
your female co-star so much that she was crying every day. Another person who worked with them all the time is Jennifer Lawrence, who um, was quoted in Vogue as saying, "Because I'm not so sensitive, we can really talk like man to man," and then said, "Sometimes he accidentally refers to me as he or him, as though this man could only respect a woman or anyone else if they were a
Mm.
man."
Yep.
Um,
In his mind. Oh my
I
God.
just like I'm just so surprised that like the people joining the especially like
Taylor Swift.
and like Margot Robbie who has her own production
Yeah.
company that really values getting in like diverse directors and writers to do this sort of thing and it's like I don't know I look at this sort of thing and I'm like how are we surprised that things like Harvey Weinstein happened when
Yeah.
there's you're still enabling these people to
Yeah.
continue and have no repercussions because he faced no repercussions for sexually assaulting his niece.
Oh my
Nothing.
God.
Because the police didn't have any evidence or something like that. Even though he had
He
said, yeah, I did that, but
confessed.
she was being provocative.
Oh my God.
So
Disgusting human.
I'm intrigued to see if there's any backlash when that starts filming and when it comes out, but I kind of doubt there will be any big backlash to
Yeah,
that.
because I didn't know about that, and I think I watched
Exactly.
Silver Linings when I was in high school,
I
and
didn't
never
know,
seen
and
American Hustle.
yeah, I didn't know until literally I was on Twitter and people were like saying like, "Oh, this sounds great, but you're forgetting about this."